Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. We are going to talk about Karina's Challenge Volume 3, and today we're going to look at doing it with robots, and the name of the challenge is going to be Machine Learning. Now you can do either path A or path B, whichever you feel comfortable with, but I would suggest you that if you have a nebula, only then go towards path A. So this guide is all going to be on path A. So Nebula would be your best champion to bring in. I used a Warlock and I also used a Dragonman. So if you do not have a Nebula, the other path with Craven would be the best one to go. This is a quick snapshot of what you're going to expect. And for the first four champions, you can use a Cosmic Ghost Rider, or in this case, you can also use a Guillotine 2099, or you can use a Hercules as well. Just make sure that you boost well so you can get through them very quick. Now jumping onto the path, let's talk about the masteries. Now I am gonna run very simple suicide masteries. I'm not gonna change much because war season is going on as well. So this is my attack, my defense, and my proficiencies are gonna look like this. So having them out of the way, let's jump into the first fight. That is going to be against Hercules. Now pretty straightforward standard fight. Just bring in a Herc and you should be able to take him down quick. You can also use a Cosmic Ghost Rider here. He will work nicely here as well. The whole thing is that you have to knock him down every now and then. So wait for his special 1 animation or special 2 animations, and like at the end of it you can use a heavy attack. The reach for Hercules heavy attack is enough to knock him down, and that should remove all of those concussions off of you. Another thing you need to take care about is the indestructible and the unblockable. You just need to stay near him or start hitting him in his block to remove them. And yeah, pretty straightforward fight. Use your SP1 to get some cruelty charges in, and then you can just go to your SP2. When you're going to go invulnerable, you will have enough time to take him out. So not really a difficult fight, pretty straightforward. If you're going to use a Cosmic Ghost Rider, the 5 judgments into Power Lock and also Buff Lock will help you out as well, but I would suggest you bring in Hercules. He would probably be the best option to take him down. Next defender is going to be a Havok. So if you are running suicides, I would suggest you to just wait for a second in the beginning of the fight and try to hit Havok in the block. Once that does, it will remove all of those your bleeds and your poison, and that will help you not take damage from the heal block. Once that is down, then you can start hitting him as usual. Don't worry about the plasma blast. There will be parries that will give you armor, and once you have 2 bars of power, you can throw that. And if you're running 200% cosmic boost, you will be able to take him down quite easily. It's not going to be a really difficult fight. It would be helpful if you keep him to an SP2, otherwise you can still manage with SP1 and SP2 Nexus. The first roadblock fight is going to be against a Warlock. Now I am going to use a Warlock here because it's probably the best option in my opinion. Now there is going to be power shield, and the only way you can do damage to him is with SP2 and with criticals. So the key thing here is you have to break the armor, and then the SP2 can do damage. And the only way you can do guaranteed hits is to have an intercept as well. So there's a lot of things that need to be aligned. So first one, his cleanse charge should be in cooldown. Second one is he should be infected with the transmute virus. And then the third thing is that you have to land an intercept and then throw an SP2 only. And once you do all of that, it will be guaranteed hits without cleanse, with transmute, and an SP2 will do damage and also armor break him. Now, if you're gonna run a 200% tech boost, that will help you get through it faster. You can get back-to-back SP2s as well, so you can finish this fight off quicker. If not, then it might take for you like 2 or 3 revives. But there's a lot to align in this fight, but once you do align it, it's a very rewarding fight and finishes quite quickly. Next fight is going to be against the Nick Fury. So the biggest thing I learned here that I do not need to parry Nick Fury because he will give me disorient and that will reduce my ability accuracy and my immortality will not activate and I will die just like that. So coming back into the fight, I did make him down to 34%. Now here, remember that I am running suicides and I will always have a debuff on me. So because of that, Nick Fury will not lose his bars of power even if he uses a special. So the best way here is to push him to an SP2 and let him throw that. And then you can go in, do 2 hits, and then let him throw SP2 again. Once he throws around 10 specials, he gets power lock, but his power stays at 2 bars of power. So while he's power lock, you can make him throw the specials over and over again, the SP2, and you can go back in and attack and do the damage. So that's how this fight usually works. This fight can be done as a solo, but you will have to play clean. I was just trying to run through them, and I got killed quite a bit in between. Once Nick Fury is down to his second life, you can just play slow and let him lose out his health and slowly build up his power. Try to push him to an SP2. So once he's at SP2, because I am running suicides and I have a constant debuff on me, he will not lose power. The nodes are built in that way. And then I can wait for him to throw an SP2 and I can go retaliate, and like that I can easily bring him down on his second life. Just here, I'm trying to slowly get him to an SP2. He's unblockable now. There's going to be another intercept. Now right here, you will notice that he will just keep throwing his SP2, but he will not lose power. And that will give me an opening to go back in and attack him and chip him down. 1, 2, 3 hits back. Now I'm gonna wait for another SP2. There we go. Gonna go back in, 1 hit. I'm gonna make another SP2 because I see that I have an SP2 ready. Going in, and there's an SP2 with the damage to take him down. Now this is where the fun begins. At the portal, once you change all of your champions into robots, the next fight is going to be a M.O.D.O.K. Nebula is very important here. Now the way you work with Nebula is you do not hit M.O.D.O.K in his block, otherwise you get super aggressive and unblockable. You just need to have 1 or 2 charges ready on you and you wait for him to power drain himself, and once he's power drained, you can convert those charges onto him and he will get a shock on him, and while shock he cannot auto block. It's going to be a slow fight, but it's very doable just here after SP1. Now I'm gonna wait for, here we go, again throw an SP1 because I know he will not auto block. Now I'm gonna wait for the power drain. Now I'm gonna reparry here. There you go, and I can go back attacking when the charge is there. So that's the whole rotation. You just have to play slow, dex the SP1, go back, get some charges on you, and then wait for the power drain, and then you can use the reparry and again transfer the charges and start hitting him. It's going to be a slow slog, but it's a very doable fight. Might cost you 3 to 4 revives, but Nebula is the best option. The next fight is going to be against a Blade. Now, the best two options is going to be Warlock and Guillotine 2099. Warlock is by far the best option because he is going to give you the ability to power control him. Now, but until you get Blade down to 71%, it's going to be a difficult fight. But after that, the Transmute Warriors with the region from Blade holding a block will help you power control him, and you can always make him only throw SP once. Remember, do not push him to an SP2. That's an unblockable that will do a lot of critical damage to you. Another thing about Warlock is because his armor prevents critical, so he's kind of the perfect counter for this fight. So once he's down to 71%, you can literally do parry and heavies, and the bleeds and the transmute warriors will block the heals, and you can take him down slowly. Now again, this is going to be a long slog fight, but it's doable. But very quickly, make sure that you do not hit him in the yellow phase. That is going to be the active part of destructive feedback. You can just do parries. Then once it's grayed out, then only you attack him so you can avoid damage. And parry and heavy style will work after 71%. The transmute will stop the region, and the bleeds will slowly tick him down. Now the next fight is going to be against a Terrax. Pretty annoying fight. You have to land some intercepts to remove the protection, and once that is out, you have to take care about the rock field and the armor break damage. Now Dragonman is like the perfect counter here because one, the armor breaks will apply a damage on Terrax as well, and secondly, he covers a lot of ground when he throws his special, and he does extra damage when he corners the opponent. So the best way to deal with this fight is to let him throw a special and then let him get aggressive, and then you can use your dash to do extra damage on him. But remember that his AI is a little funny. Anytime you will go for a dash, he can intercept you as well. This was my first run at him and it went really well. So you can also use your SP3s only to create the distance because Terrax can easily corner you. He's very aggressive. So use your Dragonman SP3s and you can easily keep him on his side. So yeah, I tried to be very quick when I did this fight, and that was that's why it cost me so much of those revives. On hindsight, I would suggest you guys to play a little bit slow, run out his rock shield, and then you can go back and attack, and this fight can be done in 1 or 2 revives as well. And finally, we have a Dragonman on the path. That's why Nebula is so amazing here. She can practically solo this fight. So that's why only go on path A if you have a Nebula. Otherwise, do not go because this Dragonman will be a big roadblock for you. Now the way this fight works is you keep Dragonman only to SP1, and when he gets those unblockable charges you can just Dex. Now I made a mistake here, and I was hoping that it would dash in and I can remove the unblockable charges so I can block the SP2 now. But to play more carefully, just keep him to an SP1 only and just build up to your SP2. Once you have your enough charges, you parry the Dragonman. Just make sure again that he does not have an unblockable charge to break through your block, and once you transfer those shocks you can throw an SP2, and that would take half of his health away, and you can do it 2 to 3 times and you should be able to bring down Dragonman quite easily. Just make sure that once you throw your SP2, you build up to at least 5 shock charges, so the ability accuracy for Dragonman is reduced by 100%, and you stop him from going unstoppable, and also giving him power gain. Once you take both of them out of the equation, it's a pretty simple and straightforward fight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. All of that helps me out a lot. I'll be doing the next Karina challenge soon, and then I'll follow up with the similar guide. So I hope you all have an amazing day. I will just leave you with a crystal opening from this one where I tried for Kingpin again. So make sure to check it out if I got it or not. And apart from that, I'll see you next time. Bye.